Hey guys, Steph here. Let's talk about a basic business principle that is important to learn even if you're not going to get into business. What is this principle? It's called the barrier to entry, as in a barrier, a wall to entry. The higher the barrier to entry, the harder it is to get over that wall, the harder it is to get into a particular area. So let me give you an example. Let's say you want to learn how to program. Programmers make more money than just typical classic web designers who don't know programming because the barrier to entry to learning to program is higher, meaning it's more difficult to become a programmer than it is to become a web designer. As such, the value of programmers are higher because there are less of them. And because there are less of them, there's more of a demand, and also because you need a lot of programmers these days to get anything done. Almost every business these days requires some sort of use of software, many times some sort of customized software. So when you're looking at anything that you're going to approach in your career, whether you're looking to get a job, whether you're looking to be a freelancer, whether you're looking to start a business, one of the things you have to consider is the barrier to entry. So if the barrier of entry is high, meaning it's difficult to learn those skills, to acquire those skills, to do that thing, then the value of whatever it is you're providing, the value of that product, the value of that service goes up accordingly. If the barrier of entry is low, meaning it's easy to acquire those skills, then the value of those skills are very low because everybody's doing it. Another factor that plays into this is how glamorous the particular profession is, how glamorous, how fun, well, at least how perceived how fun the particular job is. So for example, this is outside of tech, but it's applicable to this lesson. If you are looking at becoming a plumber is not a glamorous job because it's a dirty job many times, and it takes a few years of training, and it creates a barrier to entry. It takes a few years of training. You got to get licensed. You got to get these seals, these red seals, I think it's called. And so before you could even start plumbing, you're looking at a few years of investment in education. And then it's a dirty, tough job. But as a result, plumbers have unlimited work, and plumbers make a lot of money for their time, especially once you become a master plumber, where you can hire junior plumbers on top of you. These guys could be making $200,000-$300,000 a year or more. So, as an example of where you have a job like plumbing, a lot of people don't want to go there because you're dealing with crap, literally, and it's hard work, and there's a barrier to entry, meaning you can't just become a plumber. You have to study, you have to train, you have to go to school, you got to pass. On the other hand, if you wanted to get into the vlogging business where you create vlogs for a living on YouTube, a lot of people are into vlogging, the barrier to entry is very, 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 very low. All you need is your smartphone. You get your iPhone or your Pixel or whatever. Any smartphone these days can produce pretty good looking video in the right lighting. So you don't need to buy a fancy camera like mine. You don't need any of that, and you can just start vlogging. You shoot, you edit, you upload, and that's it. Barrier of entry, very low. Anybody can do it. 12-year-old kids can do it. But as a result, you have a flood of people who are entering that market. So it's very difficult to make any money with it because there's just so much competition. Why? Because the barrier of entry is low and because it's perceived as being fun, right? What would you rather do? Would you rather make videos where you guys running around on skateboards vlogging about nothing really? I'm gonna get a juice today, and that's their vlog, and they make a lot of views and they make a lot of money as a result. What would you rather do? You want to do that? You want to skateboard for a living? Or do you want to go to school for 4 years, learn to be a plumber, and then have to do dirty, messy work? If you become a plumber, you're guaranteed to make good money or great money. Guaranteed. You become a vlogger, the chances of you actually making money with that are very, 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 very low. It's probably less than 1%. I haven't done the actual math, but probably is. Let's talk about programming. Now, programming, again, is one of those areas where if you become a programmer, you're almost guaranteed to make really good money. You become a freelancer, you can make sick amounts of money, especially if you learn the right programming languages and you learn to structure your freelance business properly. So, but you got to train. It's not like vlogging where you just got to take your iPhone and film yourself buying a latte or buying a smoothie and skateboarding somewhere. It's a lot more work to learn how to program. There's a lot more brain power. But again, if you do it, you put in the work, you put in the time, you're almost guaranteed you're going to do very well financially. So there you go. That's the business lesson.